We went 4-0 with this amazing deck, and let me tell you what, man. Milling out your opponent, seeing the game from a different perspective, this deck is a lot of fun. So, hope you guys enjoy the profile. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Isles content. This is our Runic list we went 4-0 with at Locals this past weekend. Seven Deadly actually was playing Runic, or built Runic, on Dueling Book the night before, and I actually was talking to them about their list. They sent it to me. I was like, you know, we're going to test his list for Locals here. So I think there's a few changes in the extra deck, but for the most part, this is Runic Mine. This is the good stuff. So we have 3 copies of the Runic Field Spell. This will give you draw power, the ability to activate your Runic quick play spell cards from your hand during your opponent's turn, and it gives you a draw 3 during each person's turn. This card is absolutely absurd, and most of my matchups were 2-0s. Like I think I went 8-0 in terms of matchups. So best card. And then, of course, you play triple Runic Tip. This is our Searcher. This gives us access to anything within the archetype. Also has the Special Summon Clause, which I don't really care too much about, but you care about getting to all of your other Searchers. This also facilitates the draw 2, because this does become another Runic card. So underneath the fountain, you get extra value off of that. Your win condition is you're decking out your opponent. We have Triple Freeze and Curse. This is Effect Veiler. Target a monster on the field, negate its effects. By far one of the best cards in the deck. And then I think this is what? Okay, it's Banish 3. Had to remember that. I mean, this is a Banish 1, this is Banish 3. Your thing you care about with this deck when you're playing it is your opponent's deck size is their life points. So they start with like 60, 40, however many. We also have triple of the good old Flashing Fire, pops a Special Summon monster, and then banishes 2 off the top of their deck. When we get further into the deck here, I'll explain a couple of other things, but yes, 3 of this and 3 of this are going to be absolutely mandatory. You can't get away with playing less than that, I don't think. This build played 3 copies of this. This is the one that pops the Spell and Trap, and then is a mill 4. Probably one of the best value ones in the entire deck. That huge Banish 4, 5 with the Allure on the field is so crazy. Like, this card just can win you free games just off of the huge value generation of that. Now, we play triple D-Spell. D-Spell, I mean, 95% of the time you're going to use this as a special summon card, but it also says if your opponent adds something from their deck to their hand, except during the draw phase. Alright, you discard a random card from their hand, and then you do a Banish 2. Remember, they're all once per turns, but this one in combination with this one is pretty good, because this force adds to their hand. Alright, and then since you did your thing, you can combo up with that. Alright, so it's just a little combo to trigger. Only playing 2 of this. I do like this card a lot. This does facilitate some of the larger mills. It is your opponent draws a card, and they banish 4. I know a lot of people do not like giving the opponent a card. Alright, I understand that. That's why this build is only playing 2, but you just gotta worry about like your value train with this. Also, I mean, having your opponent start with 7 cards can be a little bit risky, but it also depends on like how turn 1 goes. If you need to shuffle back and generate some RNG resources. All right. 2 of this. So this is one of the freer ones. You just target a monster on the field. Next time it will be destroyed by battle. All right. Okay. Target 1 face a monster. Next time the monster be destroyed by battle card effect, it is not. Cannot attack, and then banish top 3. It's another relatively mid-sized banish off of it, but once again, it doesn't do a lot other than protect something once. But I mean, you can target either player's monster with this, which is why this is one of the better ones. 2 copies of Thor's Hammer. This card is incredibly good the later the game goes, because it's banish the top card of your opponent's deck for every card that they have on their field. Now, I know a lot of people are going to look at that and they're going to go, huh? For the most part, it gives a big combo swing for you in order to just swing the game in your favor. So you got to remember, in terms of larger number banishment, that this is going to be the way to go, especially like if you're hiding underneath Mystic Mine. A free full sweep feels relatively good. If you can get a Banish 10, Banish 11 with this, you'll be doing so good. Alright, and then of course, we play only one of this. Since you can only control one 95% of the time, I don't think that you want to go down with any more than this. Every time a quick play spell card is activated, the opponent has to banish the top card of the deck. So that actually works for them as well. If they activate a quick play spell card, they have to banish the top card of the deck. The whole point of this card is that every spell card that you have here turns into an additional banish 1, which is actually huge. Alright? Now, this is the reason why I think that this deck can stand up and do something right now. I know a lot of people aren't going to be happy to hear this, but this was by far the best card of the weekend, especially against, my Sprite matchup. I can bait out some negates, and then I can drop this on the field to slow down the pace of the game. Alright, or I can use this immediately to bait a negate, and then set up via field spell for the secondary if I have to. You have option trees and things that you can go down. You just have to decide which option tree you want to go down for this. But my first 2 rounds I didn't even activate this card. So those matchups were relatively easy. Like True Draco and Sky Striker, not much of a problem for this. We have 1 terraforming. I mean, you're playing 6 field spells. You may as well play it. This card's really good, I heard. This activates Mystic Mind from the deck. This activates Fountain from the deck as well. Now, this is something that was kind of interesting. So, 7 Deadly was playing Extrav in this deck. Now, I actually like Desires a little bit more. I understand, the Banish can be a little bit more costly. Yes, this does use your extra deck. One big thing with this card was, turn 1 of the game, this card feels really good. I actually don't give 2 craps about the beginning of the game. Because you're probably not going to fountain turn 1 anyway. If you end up fountaining, well, it's fine. There were a lot of times where I just have to hold my fountain draw to the next turn, but that's fine. I actually like this. It was very interesting playing that. We have 1 Called by the Grave. I'm indifferent about this. I mean, it stops an Ash, stops my this thing from getting Veilered, which is really, really nice. So, main reason why I play that. Now, the other sauce that we played in this build was triple Skill Drain. I always feel that Skill Drain in this deck is like a secondary backup button is good. If you can't see the mine, you can at least get to the Skill Drain to slow down the opponent. Alright, this controls the tempo, does what you need it to do. This was by far a good call. And then we had 1 Metaverse. Alright. Extra deck. We have Triple Hugin. This searches for the field spell. This card is amazing. We have 3 Gary here. Generalized Recursion. He also, when he's popped via battle or whatnot, he ends up taking something else with it. Card's busted. We have triple of this. Thank you, replacement effects. Or this one's not the replacement effect, it's Hugin. This one basically gets you to the quick play, or excuse me, gets you to a lure if you open the field spell. This is these 9 feel really good. We have 1 Nova, 1 in Makaba. I mean, I needed stuff to fill, and then hit 7 Deadly's extra deck had, what was it, Ninetes's Toad and stuff. But I mean, I couldn't find those in time, so it's 1 Kaina, 2 Kagari, and a Hayate, just to fill the spots. You have room, you can do whatever. Also, triple Ghost Bell for side deck. Honestly, this card's kind of meh. I agree. His list just had this, and he's like, I didn't know what else to put, so 3 of that. We have triple Lava Golem. This came up. This card was really solid, actually. Handing this to your opponent when they set up a field feels amazing. We have triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone for removal of back row threats, anything that might mess up the matchup. True Draco cards. We have triple of this. Your opponent sets up a field, go ahead and blanket, play your turn, get to your Mystic Mine. Also feels good. And then we played triple Solemn Judgment as the last card here. You need some sort of protection for what your opponent's going to do to you. If they start seeing cosmics and things for your mines, this gives you a preventative measure to just not lose the game. So all little sorts of things to really give consideration for. So that is our runic list that we used. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.